Welcome to Jackie Land. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. I'll wait for this car to go so we don't get in another accident.
That would be unfortunate.
Quentin is here. If you can hear his voice, see part of his shirt. So this morning I woke up kind of leisurely-ish at like 7:30. Actually, we woke up because friggin' Blizzard was crying because he had to go potty, or I don't even know why. Just he wanted us to wake up, so, which is stupid because it was still really early. But anyway, we woke up because of that. And then I started my workout, and I did 2 today actually. The first one, kicked my butt, and then there was an option on my calendar to do a second one today, and I was like, well, if the first one, like if it's an option on the calendar to do 2, it must not be that bad. So I decided to do that one too, and it was that bad. I was like, I think I'm gonna die. But tomorrow's my rest day, and I realized that after the workout, so I was like, okay, I feel better about it. I feel better. So then I got ready and washed my hairs, obviously, because they're wet right now. And then had my breakfast, and now we are on our way to get the rental car. I wonder what kind of car you're gonna get. What do you think?
I don't know.
That's helpful.
Let's go for an excursion.
It has to be under... They're not gonna give you that for $25 a day. Besides the fact that, like, we don't need a bigger thing for you to possibly get hit in. Like, let's go for something compact. My show is on tonight. The People versus O.J. Simpson. I should make a theme song. Tonight is the night. So I don't really have anything to say right now. So I'm going to check in with you guys later. I'll let you know what kind of car we get and how all that goes. Bye! Do you want to wave? All the waves. Alright, bye. Hi friends. So we just got our rental car, and Quentin's in that now. And then we also, while we were at the rental place, the repair shop called us and said they finally got our car, because when they first towed it, they obviously didn't take it to where we wanted it to be, or even like a repair, anything. So they had us come over after we got done with the rental place and sign some papers, and I got to actually see the car, because when it happened I just kind of stayed in the car and didn't like get out because we were kind of in traffic, and also like I just was letting Quentin and the officers deal with it, and the other people were definitely upset. So basically my parents came and picked us up, and then we had all of our groceries, so we moved everything over to their car, and then I only saw it when we like drove past them. So the damage was like different than I thought. In my glancing, it was actually further back, which is better. That means it's less damaged than I, thought, so that's good. Obviously they don't know for sure all of the damage yet, because they have to look underneath the tire that had deflated and see, like, if anything deeper is ruined. So and I guess our guy has to sign off on it, our insurance guy, so he's gonna go over there probably tomorrow and look at it and then sign off on it, and then the repairs will start from there. So hopefully it won't take super long and it'll be taken care of. And Quentin talked to more insurance stuff this morning about took the what is that called, the statement, I guess, of what happened, and we still don't know if the girl is actually hurt or not, which who knows about that? Who knows? So anyway, that's what we've been doing this morning, and I'm now on the way to get my coffee because I am an addict, and it's just what it is. I'm like so sore, and I'm so glad I have a rest day tomorrow, because oh my god, like I can't even, like, after I did my workout, I washed my hair in the shower, and just lifting my arms, because we did a lot of shoulder work, just lifting my arms to shower was like so painful. And then after I do like washing my hair and all of that, I put like leave-in products in my hair, right? And doing that was like painful because I had to bend over to do all of that, and my hamstrings are like super tight, so that was painful. And I'm like, geez, like every part of my body's like, just lay down and do not move because I cannot take it. Body, you forsake me. But yeah. I ordered more of the supplements that I've been taking, the Recover and the Energize. They're cheaper if you buy them together, so I just ordered them as a combo, even though I go through the Energizer obviously not as fast because I don't take as much of it. Should I be turning here? No. So I ordered more of that this morning because it takes like, it kind of takes a while to get to me, and I don't want to like go without it. So it's like, well, I'll just order it now, and if it comes here early, then that's fine. But if it comes here late, that's a problem because I want to like stay like really solidly committed for the full 60-day program, like with my diet and with doing like giving my all on the exercises every day, because I want to get like, I want to see what the true results are. And obviously you're not going to get a good result if you're not like really committed to your diet and exercising. So obviously if I started with the supplements, I want to keep with the supplements. So that's kind of what we're doing there. And so last night also, I decided to kind of refresh my tan. I was showing you guys the other day what I use, and one of them is a mousse and the other one is a lotion. So I decided to use that and mix it with my actual body lotion, like kind of half and half, or maybe a little more tanner, a little less lotion. So I did that on just like my arms and my legs, and I feel like it worked really well. Like it's not streaky or spotty, and sometimes it'll cling to like, not dry patches particularly, but it'll cling. Like I didn't shave again yet because the hairs are like so short that it wasn't really time. But sometimes if you do that, the pores that the hairs are in, it'll like darken in those. But that didn't really happen, and I'm like really happy about that, because that's not a good look to have stained in your skin for however long till it wears off. But I feel like maybe every other time I'll do that. So like every week or so I'll like exfoliate and do like the full-on tan again with the dark mousse, and then midweek I will refresh it with just the lotion, the medium color of the tan, and then my body lotion mixed together, and I feel like that'll probably work. But yeah, I feel like the color turned out really nicely. Everybody watching where we are? Everybody? Okay. Nobody running into me? Great. Oh, it's horrible. After you get in an accident, you're just like, probably, honestly, after you get in an accident, you probably drive the way you should. You know what I mean? Like really cautious and like paying attention a lot. And I know you guys are probably gonna be like, well, you're vlogging, but like the camera's mounted and my hands are on the wheel, so I'm talking to you just as if I would talk to somebody in the vehicle. It's not really like, as you can see, my eyes are very clearly on the road unless we're at a stop sign. So, but yeah, I'm like overly cautious, like watching where every single car is, and like being a defensive driver, just like mommy taught me. So yeah, I will check in with you guys later and let you know what we end up doing the rest of the day. Love you so much. Bye. Hi guys. So I just got my coffee, and that's good. I decided to tell you guys what happened the other day and why I was so upset. In the moment, I wasn't ready to say it just because I was shocked and sad and disappointed, and I just wasn't ready in the moment. Plus, I hadn't told Quentin yet, and obviously it affects him too, so I wanted to just deal with it with him before I shared it with everybody. So basically what happened is at the end of my day at work with the family I nanny for, the parents called me in and basically talked to me about how they love the job I'm doing, and they love who I am, and they love the education I'm providing for the kids and just the care and everything. but they have changed their mind on letting me be able to bring our future kid to work with me while I'm with them, which kind of from day one had been the plan. Part of why I took the nanny job was because, one, physically doing the salon job all the time was just too hard on me physically, and I was having some back problems with it and some wrist problems and neck, and it was just too much physically for me to do as much as I was doing it. So I've always loved kids, I loved working with kids, and that just kind of, when it presented itself, I was like, okay, this is something that can relieve that problem. And the second reason I took it was because we're about to transition into having our own kids, and I wanted to be able to have a job where I could still bring in income, because Quentin's full-time school, full-time work right now. He can't, we kind of need a secondary income for now. So I wanted a job that I would be able to bring in income, and a substantial income, but still be able to be what I've always wanted to be, which is a stay-at-home mom, or at least a majority of the time stay-at-home mom. If I have to work, here and there, that's fine. Which honestly, I've always thought I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but the closer I get to it, the more I'm like, I think that if I was at home all the time with the kids alone, I would kind of lose my mind a little bit. Like, I'm definitely someone who needs to get out once a day, every day for some reason, and definitely adult interaction is necessary and all that. So I think that that has kind of changed as I've aged, of like, I don't want to be like full-time stay-at-home mom only, but I definitely want to be the one raising our kids, and I don't want them to have to go to a daycare or be babysat all the time from someone else. So it was like a very good option and opportunity for all parties involved. And from day one, interview one with them, that had always been at least an option. And then the more we talked about it, every time we talked about it for months, it was, yes, definitely, we love the idea, we can make it work, totally. Like, every time we talked about it for months, coming up in, I think, August, I've been with them a year. So this entire time that I've worked for them, it has been a for sure thing. A thing that we've been planning towards, as in, we have been looking into bigger cars, because if we had my baby and they're 3, then we would need 4 car seats in the car. So we've been, looking into and have lined up a bigger vehicle to purchase. And we have talked about, just kind of how the scheduling would work, and just basically all the details we've discussed and have worked out. So it was definitely shocking when they decided that they were no longer okay with it. It wasn't a 100% absolutely no, but it was like a 95. We've been thinking about it, thought through certain situations, and we just don't see how it's gonna work. So it was definitely very sad, because I'm very much a planner, and this had been our plan. We thought it was definitely like answer to a prayer. And so to find out that maybe not, like, that's kind of like, oh, like, disappointing. And also, what do we do now? Like, for those of you who don't know, if you don't watch all the time or whatever, we have birth control that runs out, like, our supply that we have runs out at the end of April, which we had always planned around when we turned 26, which we are both about to turn 26. He is 26 in March 28, and then my birthday is 9 days later, April 6th. So we will both be 26. That's when our supply runs out. So we just decided, when it runs out, we'll just not refill it, and then when it happens, it happens. So it could happen right away, it could happen, quite a bit further away. It all just depends. We have no reason to believe it would take a long time, because we don't think anything's wrong physically with us, but we also don't know that. And also, we were both virgins when we got married, so I've only been on birth control for 2 years now. So obviously the longer you're on that, the more your body has to, it takes longer to get it out. So that really wouldn't be as much of an issue for me. But again, who knows? Like, it could still take years, or it could be right away. So obviously we were just trying to plan for every scenario and just be prepared. So it's very much like, I don't know. When it first happened, obviously I was shocked, and there was kind of a moment where they were like waiting for me to say something, and of course I could tell that they felt really bad they had to say it to me, and I 100% understand their thought process and the concerns they brought up definitely make sense. And I can't say that if I was a parent in their shoes that I would say anything different. The baby specifically has extreme food allergies, and that's the reason they found out about his food allergies were through milk supply. And obviously if I have an infant and I'm eating things that their baby is allergic to, that if there is any kind of cross-contamination, their baby could potentially die. So I get it. I totally get it. I don't think that I would do anything differently as a parent. Your job as a parent, first and foremost, is to protect your children. So I totally get it. But at the same time, for almost a year now, it's always been yes, yes, okay. So to now be at the point where next month we're talking, it could happen, and now they're like, never mind. It's like, oh, okay, so what do we do now? So since, this was a couple days ago, so since then we've talked about, different options we have, and all of them aren't looking as great as the initial plan that we had. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a plan that we haven't thought out yet. It could take a while till it happens, so a lot can happen in that time. It's also kind of like, maybe our initial plan wasn't as great as we thought it was, like maybe if I'm gonna be a first-time mom on my own and just experiencing like how to take care of my own child and all of the hormones and emotions and lack of sleep and like all of that goes along with it, now you're doing all that for the first time, and you have 3 other kids that you're taking care of who almost all of them have very specific, special like needs, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, maybe that would have been overwhelming. Maybe that would have been too much. Maybe, we would have started out and I would have been like, oh my God, like this is not what I expected. I can't do this. And now we're both in a corner of like, I feel like I can't do this anymore, and they're stuck with like, well, now we need someone to watch our kids if you're not gonna do it. So just kind of everything about it is just, I feel now more than ever that maybe it is just a blessing in disguise, and there has to be a better option, and there has to be another way. And sometimes in life, when you plan things out and you expect it to go a certain way and things change, that's not always a bad thing. And it may seem like a bad thing at first, but it's not always a bad thing. And I don't know about you, but I believe in God and miracles, and I believe in His guidance. And I know that if we pray about it and seek the answers, that He will give them to us. So we're not stuck in a bad position particularly. If anything, we're kind of back where we were before I started the job and thought that this would be a good plan, because we're kind of in the same situation of like, we need more money coming from him and less from me, or none from me, to make this work. Or I need to find a different job that is fewer hours but more income. Or we need to switch our schedules, and so I keep this job and he, watches our kid while I'm at this job. Which honestly, in this moment, and who knows, things might change. And also the reality of a situation, I mean, when it's like, no, this is for real, like this isn't just imagine land, you do whatever you have to do. So in this moment, I'm like, I can't imagine leaving my baby with someone else, even my husband, leaving my baby with someone else and then going to take care of someone else's kids for 30 hours a week. I can't, like, that really gets to me. If I'm going to like an office, or I'm going to, you know, do hair, or if I'm going, you know, to do that type of a job, then okay, I can see that. Like, somebody's watching my kid because I have to perform this duty. But I don't know, something about leaving my kid with someone else to have me go take care of someone else's kid just doesn't, it just doesn't sit well with me. And like I said, maybe that's what we're gonna have to do for a while. And if that happens, then that happens. And the reality of them, you know, needing financial whatever, you'll do whatever it takes to make that work. But we're kind of in this space now of like having to replan and rework things, and it's just kind of, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, don't ever get too comfortable in your spot, because it's probably gonna change. And the better you can adapt to change, the better your life is gonna be, because it's always going to be changing, and you know, you just have to kind of roll with it. And I say and a lot, sorry about that. It's just kind of my thinking fill-in word. The place we're at right now, I asked them, so at what point would I be losing my job, basically? And they were like, absolutely not. Like, we want to keep you like permanently, you know, so you just can't bring your kid anymore. So I guess that's a good thing. It's not like, you know, we have an end date, an end time, an end whatever. But at the same time, it's kind of like, we want you, but not your kid. Which, honestly, any other job, that's completely like, well, duh, you can't bring your kid to work. Like, of course. The reason it is like so sucky is that from day one, that was kind of the agreement and plan. And now that we're almost to that point, now it's changing. And so that leaves you kind of like, oh, okay, now I gotta like quick figure out something else. Which again, it's not even quick figure it out, because I'm not pregnant yet, and it could be right away, but it could be a long time still. So big picture, we're still in a really good place, and it will work out, and God will bring provision, and you know, that's gonna be fine. Small picture in the moment, it was very upsetting, and I would be lying to say that I wasn't bothered by it. But if you watch that day, I think it was called like Bad News, Encouraging Words. If you watch that day, you would know, this guy is like staring at me hard. If you watch that day, you would know that pretty quick after I found out, I just had this overwhelming peace. A peace that I mean, it only comes from God. It really does. A peace of like, it's shocking and disappointing and kind of like, whoa, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna work out. This is just the moment I'm in, and things can change and will change, and that's okay. That's part of life. You just have to adapt. So I don't know. I feel good about it in this moment. We still don't know exactly what we're gonna do. We still don't have a set plan, but it's okay, you know? It's okay. And we will figure it out. And yeah, so I just want to share with you guys what that was. If you do watch me, you're probably like, what's going on? I want to know. Because if I was watching, I would want to know too. So I signed up to do vlogs myself, and I think that means I need to just like willingly share everything. Well, not everything, but willingly share parts of my life, especially parts that are teasers, if you will. So yeah, that's where we're at now. And Quentin's probably like, where are you? Because I'm sitting in a parking lot talking. That's why people are walking by staring at me weird. So I'm gonna head home now, and I'll probably check in with you guys like one more time today because I've talked for a while now. And I love you so much. If you are watching, if you could pray for us, that would be great. If you would like me to pray for you for anything ever, just leave it in the comments. I totally will. Talk to him every day, so I can just send one up for you. So yeah, thanks for listening, and pray for us, and God will handle it. You know what I mean? Cool. Bye. Hi everybody. So since I talked to you guys last, Quentin and I hung out, and we actually played the Mario Brothers Wii, because I was feeling kind of like merp. So we were trying to come up with like cheap ideas to kind of like get my mind off of stuff. So we played that, and that was fun. And then we took Blizzard for a walk, and then I was kind of just relaxing for a little bit, and I was like, I was starting to get hungry, but I felt like I wanted to do another workout, like a fun cardio one. So I was like, should I do it? Should I not? And I knew that if I had eaten dinner, then like I wouldn't have done it. And I also kind of wanted to take a bath, but I had no reason to. Like, I wasn't like really sweaty or anything. So I was like, well, if I work out, then I'll be able to have an excuse to take a bath. So I decided to go for it, and I did just like a 20-minute HIIT workout, which I feel like went really well. And I'm like really committed to like doing this. So I think it was good that I did it. And tomorrow's my rest day anyhow, so I'll have like more time to recover than normal. And yeah, Bird's trying to get in the bathroom. She's like, open the door, Mom. Can you see her? No. So I'm gonna go take my bath now that I earned, and then I'll have dinner. He's in the kitchen making some enchilada stuff. I hate Mexican food. I know. I just don't like the ingredients, so I don't like the food. Pretty simple. So he's making stuff in the kitchen, and I'm gonna take my bath, and then I'll have my dinner, and that's pretty much all we'll end up doing for tonight. I have to be up early tomorrow. Oh, my show will be on too. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will sign off for tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't, please subscribe and share my videos so other people can see it. If you're interested, they're probably interested too. So thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye. See you tomorrow.